many prayers.
Double
There's even
business.
one Balaji who is known as a Paisa Balaji or something.
And Visa Balaji.
Yeah, yes, different.
Passport Balaji.
In Bhagavatam, it sarva kamava moksha kama udhagadi tivrena bhakti yogina yajate purusham para. It says whether you have desires or you are full of desires, you are free of desires, or you desire liberation, anything you desire, it says you should perform bhakti only to purusham para, the Supreme Personality. Because bhakti to Supreme Person is always beneficial even with a desire. But best is without a desire. But yes.
If you ask for liberation or if you ask for that,
That's not a material desire. That's a spiritual desire. And Prabhupada says we cannot become rid of desire, spiritualize our desires. Just like we cannot not do karma, but we spiritualize our karma by using our propensities to serve Krishna. Likewise, we cannot become desireless. You have another question? After her, I will take your question.
Yes, Prabhuji, so
After her, I will take your question.
Prabhuji, when we ask Krishna pray, totally selflessly, worshipping Krishna, just out of pure love. So, how Krishna will reciprocate?
That is there with us at some point of time. Some instance come, my Lord, I only want you. But in another instance, I want to do what I want to do. It's not like 24 hours. When that becomes, so whenever that feeling comes, Krishna, I just want to love you, I want Krishna to pray, then Krishna will give us opportunity to render service to him. He will engage us in his devotional service. He will guide us in a way that we can go closer to him. So that desire, even for a moment, is great. And that desire will help us to reach to the point that we can always have that desire. But then that takes a journey. Is that all right?
Yes, like wrong or sinful to like strive for success and like fruitive desires because you know you have your duty to like provide for your family and that's a path to do that.
So is it sinful? No, it's not sinful. Is it based on Bhagavatam, based on our scriptures? Whatever we are going to get is based on our karma. So we do our duty and the results will come. And there, if we have anxiety that maybe things may not be favorable or things are not going well, I need shelter, then in that case we take shelter of Supreme Lord Krishna. So you approach Supreme Lord Krishna for anxiety to maintain family, there is nothing wrong in that. But eventually we will come to this understanding that actually Krishna is in control all the time. And sometimes Krishna does put us in difficult situations just so that we can take shelter of him over and over again. And even there is a prayer by Mother Kunti, and she says, give me troubles again and again so that I keep taking shelter of you. Because it is very easy to leave shelter of Krishna when life is set. But when things are like topsy-turvy, like Krishna, no other savior is there. Why? Because life is like a roller coaster ride. And that is also Krishna's mercy. For devotees, that is Krishna's mercy. For others, it's just bad karma. Okay. How about yes?
Prabhuji, here it means the men in this world desire success in fruitive activities and therefore they worship the demigod. It means that Krishna is not fulfilling the material desire?
Krishna is fulfilling through devatas. First, Krishna is mentioning why people worship demigods.
No, then if Krishna is fulfilling material desire through demigods, what about the person who is not worshipping the demigods? Then how their material desire is fulfilled?
Based on karma.
So,
But
who is doing that? Krishna is only doing that.
Yes.
So where it is mentioned that? It's not mentioned directly anywhere, right?
That he fulfills everybody's desires? No, it's
No
mentioned.
material desire, not the desire, material desire I mean to say.
No, it is mentioned. It says he is Anumanta. Anumanta means he sanctions. 13th chapter Bhagwat Gita, he is Upadishit Anumanta. So anything we do, for anything to happen, to take place, his sanction is required. And also in 18th chapter it is mentioned 5 factors for the result to come, for an activity. One of them is super soul. One is our effort, one is activity, one is the jiva. One of them is the super soul. So it's clearly mentioned that without him things won't move. But then even if your karma is bad, and then you worship demigods, you will overcome bad karma, you will still get the results. But Krishna does not glorify that, because Krishna is ultimately fruited desire. But if still in so much anxiety, then best is, Krishna says, proper ways directly approach me. Yes, Naveen Prabhu, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Prabhuji, my question is, so we are like going to Vaikuntha, like, praying Krishna, and having love for Krishna, and you will go to Vaikuntha. So what is it in Vaikuntha? Why we want to chase, like, or we want to, why we want to go there? So that's like, what's the problem?
Yeah, great Prabhuji. So tell me a place that you like. Niagara Falls?
Sorry.
Niagara Falls? No.
So my home, my apartment.
Your apartment.
Maybe my home.
Amazing.
I mean, I feel peace there. So.
Okay. So suppose we like a place. Suppose tell me a place that you want to go for a vacation. Hawaii?
UP?
Uttar Pradesh?
No, that's Pune.
I'm like, I spent my life there, never had desire to go there again and again.
Upper Peninsula, it was really nice.
Upper Peninsula. So why do you want to go there?
It was nice, like it's beautiful.
Have you been there?
Yep.
Tell me a place where you've not been. Okay. Was there a first time you went there?
Yes.
You know?
That's
Why you went there for the first time?
Because everybody told me like it's really nice.
Prabhu, you got the secret. When we hear about Vaikuntha, then when we see what is there, and then we will be like, oh, I want to go there. But the attraction for the spiritual world will develop by hearing about it. Attraction for Krishna will develop by hearing about Krishna. Somebody says, hey, this person is great. They're like, I want to meet him. So any quality that attracts us is there full in Krishna. So our attraction to be attracted to Krishna or Krishna's place or Krishna's associate, it all comes by hearing. That's why it is described, the first principle of spiritual life is hearing. And then you can make an apple to apple comparison. Like, who wants to become old? Anybody like disease? Raise your hand if you love disease. Or anybody is afraid of cancer, diabetes, heart attacks. This is this world. How long do we remain in this? Slowly the eyes are bulging out. Walking is difficult. It's the nature of this world. There is old age, there is death, there is disease. And then right now in this body we don't realize the misery in a fish body. Today I was hearing Bhagwatam and it says a fish is always fearful. Always fearful. How many of you like? Okay, I'll give you an example. Tomorrow I request all of you to sleep. If you are asked to sleep in a forest where there are wild animals, how many of you like to sleep if a bat is flowing around on your bed, on the top, you are seeing, and the bat is flying around? It's just a small creature actually. What will you do immediately when you see a bird flying and the room is locked? Correct, right? He will jump, open the door and can you sleep peacefully? So do you think these animals can sleep peacefully in the jungle when they are surrounded by all the predators? All the fish can fly peacefully when they are surrounded by all the predators. We human life, we are very peaceful sleeping in a room and we are in comfort zone actually. We cannot imagine when we are filled with people who want to kill us and who are more powerful than us, and you have to stay in that environment. You are constantly fearful. So this is what this life offers, and we change bodies and different species. You know how demigods see this word as? They call this word as Martya Loka. Martya Loka means
Dead bodies.
that is offered as a gift to people who are born here. We live for 100 years now. The Devatas live for some millions of years. And for them, like this, our life passes. So when they look us, just imagine a movie and you see birth and old age and death and disease and this and different species and then demigods will think, what are you doing there? So they see like, oh, here anybody is born is just avoided disease and that disease and that. But because we become comfortable in our form, in our way of life, and then we think, no, nothing is wrong in that. You heard about the story of Indra, right? Who was cursed to become a pig. You heard the story? Indra was cursed to become a pig.
No.
No? So he became a pig. And you know what pig eats? Huh?
Waste.
Stool.
Yeah.
And you know what kind of stool he likes? Hot and fresh. If I don't want to become too graphical, but they are good. If at all you have to give a nature call on the street, like that's how it used to happen all the time in India. That's our Vedic culture actually. You take a mug of water and you go out. They are actually looking. And they will come and push you actually. And they want to taste. Indra took that form. And that's what he was eating. And he had his little piglets and his piggy and happy forever. Then Brahmaji came, his tenure for curse was over. Then Brahmaji came and Brahmaji said, Hare Krishna. So Brahmaji came and Brahmaji said, Indra, your tenure is over. You are Indra, the king of heaven. Give up this, come. Indra said, why are you interfering in my life? I have my piggy and I have my piglets. Get lost from here. Brahma said, Indra, are you a fool? Give up this pig body. Eating stool. You are king of Indra. See what all pleasures are there. Indra is telling, why do you interfere in my life? What Brahmaji did, he took the piglet. Killed my son. But Indra could see Brahma is so powerful. One by one, wife also. Then Indra said, who am I? King in heaven. Okay, let's go. Because nothing is there to live for. So Indra became so accustomed to this environment, he thinks there is nothing higher than this. One devotee asked Prabhupada that please take up Krishna consciousness, otherwise don't live like cats and dogs, otherwise you'll become like cats and dogs. So devotee asked, not devotee, outsider, he asked Prabhupada, what is the problem in becoming? This is a welcome, right? Not a leaving pranam, right?
Welcome.
Yeah, okay. Because sometimes I become scared when devotee pranam and they come, जा रहे हो क्या? What was I saying?
One time,
He was.
Prabhupada was saying one devotee.
Today I have some duties in the temple today.
Prabhu, can somebody give? Okay, prasad is not offered here.
No, it's okay. That's fine.
Next time you please come and give your darshan to us. Thank you, Khanam. What was I saying?
Cats and dogs.
Ah.
The Indra has to go.
So Prabhupada said, don't live like cats and dogs. Live like worship Narayan, become devotees and worship the Lord too. All these sinful activities cats and dogs also do. If you also do the same thing, what's the difference between you and cat and dog? So one person, American, he asked, what is the problem if you become a dog in next life? Prabhupada said, no, please don't become dog. Please become a devotee of Lord. Perfect your life, become devotees. He said, no, what is the problem becoming a dog? So Prabhupada told him 10 times, no, please don't desire to become a dog. And he's like, no Swamiji, I want to become a dog. So Prabhupada said, all right, I bless you become a dog. So he cannot understand what's the problem becoming a dog. Because in America, dog life is good. But if you go to India and you're a dog, anyways, okay. Any other discussion on this? Or should we go to next one?
Next one.
So this will be the next will be the last one. Chaturvarnyamaya Shishtam
Chaturvarnyamaya Shishtam
Na Karma Vibhagasa
Na Karma Vibhagasa
Tasya Kartaram Abhimam
Tasya Kartaram Abhimam
Vidhi Akartaram Avyayam
Vidhi Kartaram.
According to the three modes of material nature
According to three modes of material nature
and the work associated with them.
and work associated with
The four divisions of human society are created by me.
The
four divisions of society are created by me.
And although I am the creator of the system,
And
you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. So here Krishna is describing what are the four divisions of human society. What are the four divisions of human society?
Brahma, Kshatriya, Vaishya.
Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Okay. So, who created these four systems of human society? Who created them? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra.
Krishna.
Krishna says,
I am the creator of the system.
created. The four divisions of human society are created by me. So, on what basis are these four divisions of society created?
By their duties.
By karma. And on what basis? According to?
Three modes of material nature.
So Brahmana is mode of
Goodness.
goodness. Kshatriya is mode of
Passion.
passion and
Goodness.
goodness. Vaishya? Passion and ignorance. And Shudras?
You know.
Ignorance. Are these, did Krishna do the right thing to create them, or he didn't do the right thing to create these societies?
He did right
He
thing.
made a mistake, right? He
No.
should not have created these divisions of human society.
Krishna never do mistake.
Krishna never does mistake.
Yes.
So why Krishna created these four divisions of human society?
By their duties, not by birth.
Is there a need for all these four divisions of human society?
I think
Yes.
there was a need, but initially I don't think it was created as like, anyone is doing the job, he would be in that category. But it's like, if you belong to that particular category, you're born in that particular, you will be. It's not based on what you do. But it's not, I don't think it started like that. Like, it's like, whosoever do that such stuff, like, who is into worshipping, would be a priest or something, or Brahmins. But now things have changed, like, it's like become like hereditary. Like, if you're born in a family of priests, like, you will be a Brahmin. It's not based on your karma, like, what you're doing.
It's not based on an inclination, it's
Mhm.
based on birth.
But,
Okay, that's a flaw now, I get it. Okay, other thoughts on this? Hindu.
I think my understanding is that from a very anthropological perspective, knowledge was passed from one person to another, the Guru Shishya Parampara in that sense. The knowledge was everything, right? Like skill also. So therefore these compartments was built in because it was easy for a father to teach his son any kind of job that you're doing rather than teaching somebody else. And it just moved from families to families. And that's how the structure starts kind of building in. This is what my understanding is. Like if you're a Kshatriyas, born in a Kshatriya's family, you are taught to be a warrior from the very beginning. But if you are born in a Sonar family, you're taught how to kind of do this from the very beginning. Right? It's a skill and knowledge that was passed into. There was no internet, there was no schools that you will go and learn. That's my understanding.
That is also correct.
That's the reason how the systems got built, and then human nature, we started exploiting each other for whatever we needed.
So it is said before Dwapar Yuga, the Kshatriyas will be born to Kshatriya's father. That was there. But in Kali Yuga, everything is top secret. And all four societies are needed for the proper upkeep of the society. What is the duty of a Brahmana?
Pathan Pathan is
Scripture, giving knowledge, they don't work, they live on donations, they are peaceful, they are like the head of the society, they perform yagyas and worship the Lord, that's their main thing. They live a simple life. What is the duty of Kshatriyas?
protect the society.
Give protection.
Give protection, fighting. resourceful, powerful, famous, influential, born leaders. Do we need those people in society or no? We need those people. Do we need Brahmanas? We need Brahmanas. Do we need Vaishyas who do farming, cow protection? They will grow fruit and give it to all the people which Kshatriyas are leading. Do we need them? We need them. Do we need Shudras? Otherwise, who will help the Kshatriya, who will help the Brahmana, and who will help the farmer? They all need manpower to help them, right? So we need all these four divisions of society. And based on different karma of living entity, they are born a particular guna. And based on that, if they do their activity based on what their guna is, in the service of the Lord, that's how they become free from that particular guna. The goal of human form of life is to become free from these three gunas and become transcendental, become completely spiritual. But right now we are influenced by those gunas. So if we work in which, why we are born in a particular guna? Based on past karma. And if we work according to our guna, keeping the Lord in the center, that's how we overcome the defects of those gunas and become transcendental. So having these four divisions is necessary. Why one is born in these four necessaries? Based on our past karma. What is influencing us? Mode of passion, mode of goodness, mode of ignorance. How do I become free from them? By using our guna in the service of the Lord. Feeling sleepy? Too boring topic. How many of you understood? Nobody understood.
Is it kind of you are saying that we should understand what should we do according to
We should understand what our karma is.
No. What should be our karma? Is it like that?
Yes.
According to that we should act.
And then you will be happy. See Prabhu, in today's world people think karma is, what is job nowadays? My 7 years experience of in a job. You learn a tool, in that you know how to put these three commands and you know how to solve the problem in these three commands. That's whole life. Am I right? This is like just keep repeating, and then after you have dealt with many problems, now you can help others who face the same problems, and that is manager. And then when you know how major problem in that too, you become a director and you know what are the problems in manager level, and that's job. But that's not really karma. I mean, yeah, it's based on grihastha ashram we have to maintain, and without working we cannot maintain a family. It's needed. But karma yoga is not that. Karma yoga is when we do activity based on our nature.
So how to find out our nature?
That's why Krishna created these four divisions. How we found out our nature is based on hearing about the effects of the three modes. When you hear about what is mode of goodness, what is mode of passion, what is mode of ignorance, what is the effect of these things, then we will find some of our traits in some of those. And we'll understand. See, previously there was no school. Like Dhir Prabhu was mentioning, all the Pandavas and Kauravas, they studied Dhanurvidya under Dronacharya because they are Kshatriyas. That time by birth is the quality. That time. In Kali Yuga everything is topsy-turvy. So they would do that. Then those who are Vaishyas will be trained, as you said, how to do this. And they were very happy doing it. Those who are Brahmanas will do that.
Now this verse is very much, misinterpreted a lot.
Misunderstood.
Yes.
The whole concept of Karma Yoga is misunderstood.
Misunderstood, yeah. They say by birth, it's not by birth.
Mm.
Yeah.
They learn Dronacharya. They learn whatever Dronacharya taught. And Dronacharya was Brahmana. How did Dronacharya?
See, that time now, still there were people who changed Varna from Brahmana to Kshatriya, Kshatriya to Brahmana.
Yeah.
Like example is Vishwamitra Muni. He was a king. Then he became a... So that is possible. But then if you see from the perspective of Pandavas, they were Kshatriyas. And he knew Dhanurvidya. So they were not taught the duty of Brahmana or Vaishya or Shudra. They were taught according to their nature, they work according to their nature. And Krishna says that's what you should be doing. And Arjuna wanted to take the role of a Brahmana by renouncing and being forgiving and peaceful. Krishna said it doesn't work, Arjuna, it's artificial. You act according to your nature in my service, that's how you will go beyond that nature. Alright, Mataji?
But partiality was also there as a Sarthiputra. Karna was taken out from there. Like he wanted to learn Dhanurvidya, but no one allowed him because he was a Sarthiputra.
Yeah, that's because, see, Prabhu, that time, no? That's why I'm saying, previously, by birth would work. So he was actually a son of a Kshatriya, because Kunti Maharani.
Yeah.
But then because he was taken care by a fisherman, then they would not teach because that's not his Varna. So he won't be happy learning that. That's why these systems were there. So it was not partiality, it was just he doesn't know his actual parents.
Maybe, but I think in 4th division we are not following, means most of the educated people are not following these 4 divisions mainly, and
Yes,
we can see so many backwardness
Yes.
in that
Yes,
mindset in all over India or whatever people are living with. Still are people living in village, grandparents, they are
Yes.
making that differences.
Even in cities.
Even in cities
Yeah.
also.
So it has degraded, that I agree, Prabhuji. And it is like in a very bad shape, and that's why people don't like India because of all this
But
caste system.
even if we want to follow and if we will start these 4 divisions again, if we try to, no one will come.
Eventually, these
No
4 systems.
educated people will come, maybe I should say.
Eventually, these 4 systems going to come back. Srila Prabhupada said, I want to establish one ashram dharma. Because people have forgotten one ashram dharma. They have lost what is the goal of life, what is the purpose, what I should be doing. Everything is like, everyone is put into, you have to become either an engineer or a doctor, and that's all. Otherwise, your life is waste.
That is fine, but if someone is engineer and he wanted to, if these divisions will be created, they have to work in different field, maybe in farming or any other helping thing, they will not like, because that's not their work, their job, their education.
Yes. So in this age, we have to find what our karma is. What our varna is, what our karma is. And how do we know what my karma, what my work is? It depends upon you see what work gives you satisfaction.
Yeah, I mean, if I like science or research, and that's why I'm here, like I'm doing research. So how this comes with this, how
Research is Brahmanical. Scientist Brahmanical.
So you here you want to say that we are divided as per our karma, not from the birth what we got. Like I born in a Rajput family, so I am not a Rajput. It is
Yes.
on the karma.
It
If
is
I
on
will
karma,
be
yes.
in a army or something serving like that
Kshatriya.
thing, Kshatriya, then only I will be putting in that.
Yes. Based on your nature. Some of them will we will fight
So
for the
it will
country.
change on every generation then,
Based on individual.
based on individual.
It's not the last name. When last name is categorized, then everything becomes fake. And that's what is happening today. But we all will take the job based on what we like doing.
yeah,
But when we do something that we don't like doing, we won't be happy doing it.
yeah,
But then what we like doing, if we use that in the service of the Lord, that's how we come out of that. Because whatever we like doing is also the influence of guna. Ultimately, we want to become free from those gunas and become transcendental. And that's why it is said that a spiritual person, self-realized soul, has no duty to perform. Because duty is based on guna. And when the effect of guna is not there, by using the guna in the service of the Lord, and once I become transcendental, then I am free to do, then I don't have to do anything.
Guna, what is in English?
Mode of passion, mode of goodness. Sattvagun, Rajagun,
Okay, so,
Tamagun.
so you mean to say if somebody born in the Shudra,
Hmm.
so he should work like a Shudra?
No. Based on what do you like doing? See, Shudra is not condemned. When because we are born and brought up in India, we are coming from that, we feel like Shudra. That's just how we are conditioned to think like it. But Shudra is not anything bad, according to Krishna. Krishna says, they all four can engage in my service, and that's how they become self-realized. Whichever guna we are in. For example, some will be a leader, but somebody who is like, he does some simple work, and you make him, you are the president of America, and he is faced with 20 nations terror fighting, and he'll be like, oh, I just need to go and wash some pots and cook something for myself, and I don't know how to deal with all these things. He just can't do it. But somebody like Kshatriya, he'll be like, not everybody can do everybody's work. You put Brahmana into Kshatriya position, somebody is fighting, he will say, non-violence. Fine, even if they destroy the country, no problem. But if you put Kshatriya, Kshatriya will be like,
Let's kill them.
protection. Everybody should be given protection.
We can remember the Karana. He was serving under one, maybe a guru, and he was doing this services, and he killed one small, I think, insect kind of, which was actually piercing inside his leg. And at that time, that guru reminded that, yeah, you are not the person.
You are not a Brahmana, you are a Kshatriya.
Kshatriya, Parasuram, yeah.
Okay.
So based on one's guna, yes.
Like Gautam Buddha was.
All the questions are coming from this side.
So what if-
This side are like, this topic doesn't appeal
No.
to us.
So what if somebody is changing their states? Means if somebody is in army, he is not satisfied. After 3-4 years, maybe government they have kicked him, or maybe he kicked him himself, and then he has chosen some new job. Maybe because of himself, or maybe society pressure, like government, wherever he is. And now he's in a different stage. Now he's feeling, oh, this is also good. Now after 5 years or 6 years, because of situation, again third stage. So how will then he decide?
But nowadays, the job is not based on guna, it's based on money.
But and everyone you can't say.
Am I wrong?
No.
See,
That's why I understood.
if in India
Direct-
you see
direct
that,
hit,
they have
yeah.
made a very new rule that you can serve for the army like 4 years, right?
Territorial
Yeah,
army.
so after 4 years you have been kicked out, right? So they will choose something else. So now they were before Kshatriya, and then now they are doing something like.
No, they will still do Kshatriya job somewhere else.
No, I have seen some. There were some people have now teacher. They are doing some kind of
I
school.
think,
In school, there will be Kshatriya. Hey, sit like this.
No, that is the
nature
one-
will not go out based on you change.
Exactly.
Your guna will act whoever you are, whichever job you are in.
So if you are angry or showing more eagerness is like a Kshatriya.
You want
Leadership
power,
control.
influence,
Leadership.
control. Kshatriya you are. Brahmana will be like, you want power? Shudra is like, you are powerful, I'll serve you. Some are followers, some are leaders. These people will exist. They don't know how this is whole Vedic society. And they think we don't believe in caste system. But they are still acting based on their varnas nonetheless.
Yeah, that's
It's just they don't understand.
Because when we talk about modes, you said mode of goodness, passion,
Passion,
and ignorance. But by definition, ignorance looks like it has a
Lower.
it looks like a superiority
Yeah,
complex
that's
that
what
you're
I said.
building it.
Yeah.
Right?
And
So-
that is there. So mode of goodness is superior to mode of passion. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna mentions passion is superior to ignorance. So whichever mode we are in is based on our past karma. That's why we are born in this particular mode. Now Krishna says, in whichever mode you are in, whatever your situation is, if you take a snapshot, independent of your past karma, if you engage in serving me, you will become free from all the defects of goodness and become pure devotees in this life. All we have to do is, we have to identify what my nature is and engage accordingly in Krishna service. Not everybody has to do the same service.
That's what ye thamam prapadante, just for it. 0.111.
नहीं समझ आया।
I guess this point I also don't
So,
understand.
एक एक करके बोलने तो कैसे पहले he gave a very nice answer. He told 3 lines. नहीं समझ आया मतलब repeat. Okay. even if I am born in ignorance, I can use my guna to serve Krishna. I can wash Krishna's pots. I can follow those devotees who are Kshatriyas and they are maybe doing, like spreading the mission. I can assist them in spreading the mission. So I can use my nature where I'm comfortable serving Krishna, and I can assist those who are serving Krishna. And that way I'll become spiritualized. Those who are Kshatriyas, those who are Vaishyas, they can do fundraising and they can build a temple. Building temple is Kshatriya. Fundraising is Vaishya. Brahmana reading scriptures and speaking, hearing. So I can engage in Krishna's service based on my nature, and that will help me go beyond it. There is no other way to come out of my guna. Anything else I do, if it is not in service of the Lord, I'll be further entangled by the modes. But Krishna says, independent of who you are, having taken birth in this human form of life, engage in my devotional service. In this way, you will be free from the effect of the three modes. So Krishna says, don't try to do only Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means Shravana Kirtana. Don't try to do only Bhakti Yoga when we are influenced by a particular guna. Rather, you engage your guna in my service. Like Arjuna wanted to renounce, and he wanted to I want to do Shravana and Kirtana. Hare Krishna, so which is good, that also we do. That's why a part of our life we do pure Bhakti Yoga, but the remaining part of the life we do Karma Yoga. Some people say, Prabhuji, you have given up Karma Yoga. Then I tell them, the reason you are saying this because you don't understand what Karma Yoga is. I am still doing my Karma Yoga. I am still engaging my gunas, but keeping Krishna in the center. We may do some fundraising now. So I am using my Vaishya guna in serving Krishna. Or I may be like maybe a temple, serving in a temple in a particular way. I am using my Kshatriya nature in serving in the temple. So guna, Krishna says, cannot be given up. It's just we have to engage our guna in service of the Lord. That's how we become free from the guna. But nowadays that thing is gone. Only thing remains is military gives better insurance. And there was one person looking for a job. Like military gives me better insurance and $100 per hour. School job gives me $75 per hour. So I'll become military. Sir, don't choose based on what is giving you more money. Choose based on what your guna is. So now guna becomes wealth. That becomes my guna. That's my own. What gives me wealth? So Krishna is rejecting that. Previously wealth was not there. These paper currencies came recently, right? Previously barter system. You do your service and everything is provided. Everyone is worked based on their guna. Is it all right? हम लोग आज 12 बजे तक गुना भी कर सकते हैं.
I have a lot of questions, a lot of confusion now. So how a person can be born with only one guna?
He is not.
So and then how can I decide like what guna I have, like which guna this?
Some kind of work will attract you.
Yeah, that interest.
Some kind of work will attract you, some will not. Like my spiritual master says, Prabhu, I am not a manager. I cannot manage. He is very honest about it. He says, Prabhu, I am not a manager. I cannot manage. Pakka Brahmana, pure devotees, pure Shuddha Sattva. So they don't have that guna to manage. Then somebody who has that nature should do that.
But isn't it like all the gunas, these all are in equilibrium, like we have all. And
Not in
as a
equilibrium.
human being, like each day, I am performing all 4 activities, like 4
Correct.
gunas. Sometimes I am taking decisions, hard decisions. Okay. Sometimes I am working as a Sudra, and sometimes I am working as a Brahmana. I am teaching, I am reading, and all. So isn't it regular basis like I am performing all 4 duties all the times, but sometimes one more, sometimes one less.
Thank you, Prabhu. So it is mentioned the varnas in Kali Yuga is mixed. So all of us, 20 people sitting, are mixed varnas. If you say pure Kshatriya, no. Pure Shudra, no. Pure Vaishya, no. Pure Brahmana, no. But then we still have some mode influencing us more. It may be sometime 33, rare. Maybe 40% something, 30%, 30%. And you choose your job based on what that kind of say. But yes, all the three modes are present. It's all mixed. So the essence is whatever you are doing, you try to serve Krishna through that. And do some bhakti yoga of Shravanam and Kirtan, hearing and chanting separately. And everything else you do it for Krishna. Independent which guna we are working at a platform of, everything will be purified, we attain perfection.
Like, if I not talk about, let's talk about the Mahabharata time. Yudhishthira, he was Kshatriya, like
Yes.
he was fighting. But same times, he has the guna of like the Brahmana, because he is trying to think, he is teaching, learning, everything.
That's
He has
why-
all three gunas.
That's why Kshatriya is goodness and passion. Brahmana is only goodness. So we don't say Kshatriya is only passion. Because he has goodness, he will surrender to spiritual master. He will follow. Because goodness part is there in Kshatriya. So mixture is there. Huh?
Guruji, can you explain all the three?
All the three, some other class. Because that one question is a big question.
I was actually reading an article, I remember it just could be similar. It said there are white people, there are what people, there are how people. So it's similar, like, there are white people who want to look at the larger kind of a thing. I want to do this and, focus on that larger issue. There are what people who just take the lead and saying, okay, we need to get this done. And there are people who say, just tell me what to do and I'll just do it.
That's diligence actually.
So I was thinking like after goodness, passion, and ignorance, something similar.
Bigger picture, Brahmanas.
Yeah.
Brahmana and Kshatriya, this is what you should be doing. Kshatriya like put into action. And Shudra is like, move this mic there, alright, what next? Turn off this laptop, alright. A Kshatriya will be like, how everything should be organized. Brahmana will be like, how Krishna consciousness should be spread all over the world.
So all the things are connected to each other, right?
Yes.
So how somebody can define the importance of someone is more than the...
No, we are not saying one is more than other.
But you have said that something like mode of goodness, mode of ignorance, what is it?
Mode of goodness is higher than passion. Because we cannot attain transcendence, we can attain transcendence through goodness. So whichever mode we are working, which is mixed as Prabhuji mentioned, engage all the modes in serving the Lord. Gradually we all will come to goodness. When we all come to goodness, independent of whatever Varna is today, we may like to fight today. After 10 years of chanting Hare Krishna, the desire will go away. And somebody comes to fight and you say, no. They will look at you and they will say, no, let's not fight. But 10 years before if they come, they will see redness coming from your eyes and they know that either I'm going to get burnt or run away from there. So we see the Varna has changed from Kshatriya to Brahmana. So Prabhupada says Krishna consciousness is meant to create Brahmanas, no matter who we are. By practicing Bhakti Yoga and engaging ourselves in service of the Lord, we'll come to goodness. And then from there we transcendence.
One more question. So, does these gunas change based on the environment, where I born,
Yes.
and where I'm living, and where I'm like all the
Yes.
Associate.
Yes.
Yes, Krishna says in Bhagwat Gita, all these gunas are fighting among each other. You go to bar, mode of ignorance may come out. And we like 2 drinks. And not us, obviously. But I'm just giving an example. People who go to bar, they cannot resist themselves. And then we go to temple and feel like, that is very nice. So the guna is changing based on the environment. Somebody comes and you say, you, and suddenly passion will come, increase. Somebody says, Prabhuji, you're so wonderful, and goodness will come and like, you're also very wonderful. So you see how association is changing our gunas. They are constantly fighting with each other, these gunas. But when we are patient, we try to be patient and we serve the Lord. And all these defects, these are all defects because they are influence of material nature on us. And we just try to keep Krishna in the center and go beyond it.
We get all this set of modes by our previous karmas. Like, we get the set of those modes in this life because of our
Yes.
previous
Yes.
karmas.
Yes. You die as Kshatriya, born as Kshatriya. You go from Shudra to a Brahmana in this life. Next life you will be born as Brahmana. So how we go up and down based on association, we continue in the next life from there. Yes.
The complexity is you have 3 modes in one being.
We do that, yes.
Yes, that's the complexity of drama.
Yes, and that's how everything changes. But then we say whatever you do, Krishna says, Jat karo siya dasna siya jo si dadati hai. Whatever you do it as an offering to me. That's the Krishna solution. But you do what you are doing. Don't give up your duty because you cannot. So, but whatever you do it as an offering to me. In this way you will come to me.
But isn't it Guruji, there would be a particular essence to your character in the sense like somebody like research, somebody likes to sports, like so that cannot be changed, right? There would be some very particular thing about you. It would be there, like you
Yes.
might be changing through the varnas in a day. But there is a particular trait you are carrying every time.
Yes, that's your prominent varna. And he used that prominent quality of varna to serve the Lord in some way or the other. So those who like jogging, then come in Kirtan and dance. So use that varna in serving Krishna. So in whichever way it's possible, engage your propensity in serving Krishna. That's how we become free from this. So the essence of everything is serve Krishna with what you do. And directly practice bhakti about Shravanam Kirtan. Shri Prabhu has become a little bit dead now because he's seen the time in life. It is too much actually.
No, this is simple. I mean,
Wow.
All the-
This is so simple.
all the system has been designed by the karma, not by birth. Then that's
Thank you.
yeah. So many people
All
in
glory to
India.
Shri Prabhu. Okay, shall we end here? Shri